Mama said, you're a pretty girl. What's in your head? It doesn't matter. Brush your hair, fix your teeth.
Guys, I'm back. As you saw in the beginning, I lost 9 pounds. And I'm not really feeling it. To be honest, I was hurt when I saw that number. Yes, I need to be still happy that I'm still losing weight, which I am excited about because I've been working my butt off. But I was a little hurt. I was like, I've really been working out. And I do it every morning. And it's right before work on I get something light in the morning. Well, that was before Lent started. So I do it on an empty stomach, actually. But I don't know, my feelings was really hurt. I was kind of confused. I was like, it looks like I'm losing weight, but 9 pounds. So I am starting to learn that it's not always good to depend on the scale when you're weight training. I have been doing weight training for about almost 3 weeks now, 3.5 weeks, something like that. And, people are telling me, don't, rely on the scale. And I'm just like, well, how can you say that, when that's how I'm showing to the world that I'm losing weight? So I need to accept the fact that this is just a different journey for me, and I'm learning things new every day. And for those of you that do not know, muscle weighs more than fat. So I guess we could say I'm gaining muscle now because I have been incorporating weight training as well. So just like every time I, do the blog, I always talk about my strengths, or I give you some tips, and I do my weaknesses. So let's get started. Okay, so this past week, or these past 2 weeks, since it's been 2 weeks since I've spoke to you all, has been actually pretty good. I have been really doing well, and I'm very surprised, but I'm happy because I feel like a totally different person. When I first went into this journey, I was nervous on if people were going to like it or if people were going to understand where I'm coming from, because I wasn't just thinking of this for myself. Of course, yes, I want to lose weight, but I was also thinking about, okay, I know what it's like to be a big girl. I know what it's like to have lost weight, but then gain it back, and then gain more, and then going to a place where you've never been, and you're like, do I just stay here because this is what I'm just doing, or do I make some changes? And can I make some changes? And when I do make those changes, can I stick with them? So I think a lot of people that are of size, they get stuck and they lie to themselves, because you're really lying to yourself, and they have this agenda of, I'm be big, you have to deal with it, or don't tell me what you think. So I think if it's coming from someone who's actually going through it, that's very helpful. To be very candid and honest, so I apply myself in the sense of I've really started to submerge myself into this. I'm starting to look at different things as far as, like, I'll get on Instagram, I'll get on Facebook. I've, started liking more pages dealing with fitness. Also, if you all do not have Pinterest, like, that app is amazing. Like, what are you doing with your life? But Pinterest is amazing. So I find quick workouts at night, like if I feel like, ooh, because I now have those urges where I'm just like, girl, you're not doing nothing right now. Even if I went to the gym early, I'm like, you're not doing anything right now. Do some crunches or something. But they have like really quick workouts, and it's like really cute because I'm like so girly. So stuff on Pinterest, like, I really love it. But their workouts, yes. Like, they're really good for especially beginners who don't really know if you're trying to tone or lose weight, which is something I will address a little later in the video as far as, like, you know, targeting certain things. Also, another strength is I've been doing really well with my eating, especially with the portion control. And, you know, like I told you all on one of my tips is I've been using the Fitness Pal app, and it's amazing. Like, I can go on and plan my meals, and if I'm going out, I can know what I need to eat and what I don't need to eat. So it's really helpful, and that's a lot to stay on top of. Like, not just working out, but also making sure that you're eating the right foods, because you don't want to just be working out to eat what you want. I need to be losing weight as well. So you want to make sure you're doing things. Well, I have to make sure that I'm doing the right things so I can see the results as well as feel good about it. Because I saw a meme. People that don't know what memes are, they're the little pictures on Facebook that people put words over and stuff like that. But basically, it was talking about they had this really big person on there, and they were like stuffed, and it was like, would you rather be in pain because you worked out, or would you rather be in pain because you're full and you're stuffed and you're hurting and you're feeling guilty? Yeah, I've been there. I don't want that. So I had to start making sure that I was getting the right foods and the right nutrients in my body to maintain this weight loss and continue to feel good about it. So some of my favorite foods: avocado. I love it. I can eat it by itself or with peanut butter. Spinach, cooked spinach. I have spinach every day. If either it's in a salad or it's cooked, you know, with some meat. I haven't been doing any other meat except for seafood. That's just been what I prefer right now. So I'm really excited, but there's just like certain things that I'm starting to actually enjoy. Bananas, you know, it's heavy on potassium, so those are always good. I'm making better choices as far as snacking. I can eat dry nuts all day. So that's another strength of mine, because that's very important. I think a lot of people do not realize how eating well goes hand in hand with working out, because the results will just be amazing. But I'm just really proud of myself for sticking with this journey, even with not being so proud of my weight loss this month or this past month. I am taking it all in. I'm gonna just continue to soak it in and continue to do what I'm doing. Also, as far as weight training, I do have a trainer. I'm actually gonna fire him at the end of March. He already knows, so it's no surprise. But did that sound harsh? Sorry. But I'm going to fire him I'm gonna not let him train me anymore, because I need to know that I can do this on my own. So I'm really just using him as far as getting tips and what I need to do as far as it's just basically my lesson. So once I feel like I've learned everything, and I'm trying to learn everything in March, and I can go on doing this myself, because I feel like people get dependent on certain people, and no, we cannot do that. But I am doing a trainer, as well as I've purchased about 2 books dealing with weight training for women, because a lot of women, I don't know how you all think, but I know that when people are like, well, you can lift weights and you can start working out as far as lifting weights, not just cardio. And I'm like, I'm not trying to be buff. But that's the ignorance of not knowing what really weight training is. Because muscle. We want the muscle. We don't want the too much of the fat. But toning up and weight loss is what I'm targeting. So that's what I'm doing right now. Like I said, I've bought 2 books on as far as what dealing with women with weight training, and I'm really excited about those. I just feel like a new person because I'm really like getting into this, and I'm trying to understand not only the number that I'm losing, but also understanding what my body's going through, like as far as eating foods to I guess replenish your muscles, because when you're working out with weights, you're breaking down your muscles, and it needs the right nutrients, because you've done this strain of work to your body. And it's not a bad thing. It's just that you have to know, you have to educate yourselves on doing the right thing. Now, as far as my weaknesses, this morning was like really hard for me because when I got on the scale, y'all, I was like really hurt. It said 380.8, and I was just like, are you serious? Like, I know that's not right. But I got on there 3 times, and 3 times it said the same number. So what I'm going to say is I'm starting to understand the real meaning of muscle weighs more than fat, and you can't really depend on the scale to tell you how much you've lost, because just in the recent picture I took yesterday, I could tell, especially in my neck, that I have lost weight. I'm not 401 anymore. But I think the scale, I'm going to flip this and try to turn it into a positive, because what the weakness really is that I get discouraged easily. And I'm really trying to work on that because I'm too focused, and I've been doing so much work, you guys. Like, when I get out of the gym, I am drenched in sweat. It's not just no little sweat. And I don't like to sweat. But now I have gotten to the fact that if I don't see no sweat, I'm going to go a little bit harder, because I'm like, oh, you ain't do nothing, girl. So what I am learning is, I can't depend on the scale, but as I'm sitting here right now, I'm going to try to start and flip that and be like, even though the scale might not be exactly right, I'm going to look at it, and that's just going to make me work 10 times harder. Because, like I said, my goal for my birthday is to at least lose 50 pounds. So I need to see that on the scale, and I hope I do. If you can just get that in your head that you can and start doing instead of saying I'm trying, it will take you so far, farther than you would think, because I never in a million years thought that I would ever be picking up anybody's weights. No, never thought that. But I enjoy this journey, and even though I got discouraged this morning, I am not going to give up, and you don't give up. Whatever you might be going through, don't give up. Alright, guys, so you will have a post for me next week on time, on Sunday. I hope you all are, having a great Sunday evening, and have a blessed week. Thanks.